Right now at noon, a Joplin house fire closes down a major street. We'll have the full story. And possible showers in the future. Tiffany Savino is here with your forecast. And later, 'twas the week before Christmas, and all through the airport, a potential record number of creatures are stirring all about.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on KOAM News at Noon. I'm Caitlin O'Shaughnessy. In today's top story, Joplin Fire Department was alerted to a fire at 1010 South Florida Avenue on Wednesday night. Smoke was seen when first responders arrived, and shortly after, visible flames were spotted from the roof. Firefighters made their way inside the home. They also used an extended ladder into the middle section of the roof, cutting a large hole to get water to the source. Florida Ave was closed from 8th to 12th. Deputy Chief Ann Nemo of Joplin Police told KOAM's Shannon Becker on the scene that they could find flames on all 3 levels of the home. The cause is unknown at this time. Joplin Fire Marshal is investigating. Spire Gas and Liberty Utilities had to cut service to the house. The damages will require extensive repairs. Deputy Chief Nemo says the family was not home at the time of the fire. Neither firefighters nor pets were injured. And also, firefighters in Independence, Kansas took on an early morning blaze. Authorities responded to reports of a fire at about 5:30 yesterday morning at 2nd and Magnolia. On scene, they found a fully involved structure fire. A second alarm was requested, and authorities brought the fire under control within 45 minutes. There were no reports of firefighter injuries, but 1 patient was treated on scene. And Panasonic says it no longer plans to build a facility in Oklahoma. In April, the company said it was exploring building a factory at Prizer's Mid-America Industrial Park. It would have been used to produce electric vehicle batteries. In July, Panasonic agreed to build a facility near Kansas City, Kansas. They say this week's decision on the Oklahoma facility will not affect the Kansas one.
Good afternoon. We are still cloudy. It is still warm out there, at least for December standards, and the clouds continue to thicken and lower this midday. I think we're going to stay dry over the next few hours, but we'll start to see that rain as we head into the evening hours. Look at the numbers. We're up to 58 already in Joplin, 57 in Carthage. Look at Anderson, 61, Miami in 61. It's 56 in Parsons, and it's 57 degrees in Chanute. Keep in mind, this time of year, we should be seeing highs in the middle 40s, so a big change there. Our winds are up. They're breezy, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour, and we'll likely see those winds stay breezy on and off throughout the day today. Here's what our satellite and radar looks like. Any green showing up on the screen across the 4 states region not reaching the ground, so a couple of sprinkles possible south and west of Pittsburgh at this time, if we're even seeing that. They're not even seeing the rain in Wichita just yet. So we had a batch of showers move over Wichita. Wichita still too dry to support any rain. You have to go even farther west to see any rainfall this afternoon. Here's where our next storm system is coming from. So we have the showers that'll be pushing off from the south and west. We'll also have the showers down into portion of Texas move up to the north as well. So those showers will be impacting us tonight. So here's how you can plan the rest of your day. No rain gear needed through the evening commute, maybe a couple of sprinkles, and then those rain chances going up after 7 and 8 o'clock. Most of the rain will fall overnight. We'll time out those rain chances for you and talk more about the upcoming holiday weekend coming up. Back to you, Caitlin.
Thanks, Tiffany. Well, the Salvation Army of Jasper and Newton County yesterday handed out some of its donations from its Angel Tree program. The program allows people to anonymously buy gifts for families in need. 1,400 local kids will receive gifts through the program. Yesterday, they distributed them in Carthage, and today they handed them out in Joplin.
Good to help people and give back to the community, and around the Christmas time, and everybody gets to spread Christmas cheer and give their gifts to people in need that don't have a lot of money around the holidays.
The Salvation Army will finish its distributions today in Neosha on North Street. And the Ronald McDonald House in Joplin yesterday said farewell to its longtime executive director. Annette Thurston has overseen the house since it launched in 1998, but now she's retiring. Yesterday, Freeman Health System hosted a reception to honor all of Thurston's hard work of providing a safe haven for families in need.
Happy time this is. I mean, 26 years of trying to work with families and have them in crisis and relieve that stressful situation as they walk through the door for that purpose of a small child that's sick in the hospital. It has been rewarding. It has been totally rewarding, and it never seemed like a day that I was coming to a job, ever.
Over the years, Thurston and her team lodged more than 3,500 families for nearly 36,000 nights. And it was a happy day for St. Luke's Nursing Center in Carthage. 2 of their residents got married yesterday afternoon. KOAM's Fernanda Silva has the story.
One of the days when I first met him, I asked him, I said, "Do you believe in love at first sight?" Because when I first met him, I just thought he was it.
Myra and James were on the same page. Both of them believed in love at first sight.
So what made you think that he was the person for you?
I don't know. One of the first things that I realized about him as we met and started talking, how important God is to him.
United by faith, even though they have different religions, almost a year and a half after falling for each other, they finally got married at the place they call home, a nursing center in Carthage.
But when I opened those sliding doors and I looked down, and anybody that's close to me heard me say, "Wow, she's beautiful."
The ceremony was special, surrounded by family and friends.
I pronounce you Myra Oline Bixler and James Bradford Simpson, husband and wife, legally and lawfully wedded for the period of your mortal lives.
I came here for one reason only, and that was just to give it up and go to my heavenly home. And Myra came by my room one day, and I caught a glimpse of her, and she's the most wonderful woman I think I've ever had in my life, next to my mama.
For St. Luke's Social Service Director Melissa James, the wedding is also a symbol of hope.
I think it's just a common belief at a certain age, you can't find love after that. I mean, the resident himself told us he came here to pass, and he came and actually found love, and he's starting a whole new journey in life.
A new journey next to his forever love. In Carthage, Fernanda Silva, KOAM News.
You can watch the complete ceremony on our website at koamnewsnow.com. And that's a look at today's top stories and weather in the 4 states region. Up next on KOAM News at Noon. The holiday travel rush kicks off today. We'll have what you need to know to get to your loved ones this Christmas. And later we're making a spinach artichoke crescent ring in the Mr. Food Test kitchen. Stay tuned. Millions of Americans are hitting the roads and the skies, hoping to make it home in time for the holidays. According to AAA, it could be busier this year than ever before, with an estimated 2.8 million passengers expected to fly every day through the holidays. And things are already getting complicated for those who chose to drive on the West Coast. Chris Van Cleve has the latest from Los Angeles.
'Twas the week before Christmas, and all through the airport, a potential record number of creatures are stirring all about. The Tong family is off to ski in Montana.
We have not had any flight delays yet or cancellations yet.
With sugar plum dreams of on-time departures, despite wet weather across the nation, dancing in their heads.
We decided to fly a little earlier this year, not cut it so close, fly a couple days early.
The airlines expect more than 39 million passengers during the 2-week winter holiday, up 16% from last year.
We think it's going to be another record. In fact,
United CEO Scott Kirby.
Unless there's really, really bad weather, the holidays will go well across the board, both at United and for the industry at large.
Do you then surge people so that you're ready for that?
So we staff up, and we have more spare reserves. Reserves are mostly for flight crews, so pilots and flight attendants, to accommodate anything that happens during those peak demand periods.
We've seen dramatically improved results compared to a year ago.
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg.
Do you feel that going into the holidays, the airlines there's a better robustness to their abilities to handle a disruption?
I've seen the airlines step up after we put a lot of pressure on them last year, both in terms of their customer service commitments and in terms of their performance.
With rain already falling in California and storms expected in the south, the holiday may be anything but a delight for drivers. AAA expects nearly 104 million will hit the road this year. Liliana Ramos is heading from LA to the Bay Area.
A lot of drivers that are not taking really good precautions, and we just saw a car hydroplane and smack into the island.
The heavy rain here in Southern California certainly has the potential to be a disruptor on the roads, but the airlines are cautiously optimistic about the forecast, hoping they can build on the success of Thanksgiving. Still, you're going to see very busy airports the next few days, so they're asking you to leave yourself some extra time. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Still to come on KOAM News at Noon, we see what's cooking with Mr. Food.
With all the company that's probably going to stop by over the next few weeks, we've got just the thing to keep them happy and you at ease.
Plus, Tiffany Savona will have a look at your forecast. We'll be right back after this break.
Good afternoon. Winter officially begins today, precisely 9:27 this evening. Today is the shortest day of the year as far as daylight hours are concerned. In Joplin, we'll see 9 hours and 36 minutes of daylight hours, and starting tomorrow, this number, instead of going down, will start to go up. So we'll start to gain those daylight hours as we go through the rest of the winter months and also spring months as well. I look outside. We're looking at lots of clouds out there. It's 58 degrees in Joplin, 57 in Pittsburgh. Kind of a dreary day. It looks like it's going to rain at any moment, but will likely stay dry through the rest of the afternoon hours. And mild. Look at these readings. We're talking about 58 in Joplin, 57 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Neosho, 61 in Anderson, 61 Miami. We're at 56 in Parsons and 55 in Yates Center. So well above the average, which is in the mid-40s this time of year. Any green you see on across the 4 states area, I should say, is not reaching the ground. Just a couple of sprinkles here and there, if we even see that. The showers that moved across Wichita, it was still too dry in Wichita. So the atmosphere is in the process of moistening up. We need those clouds to thicken and lower a bit before we see any rain reach the ground. But our storm system, it's a weak one, is moving across portions of Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. And the rain here across western Kansas and all the shower activity into Texas, that is going to be heading off to the north and east. So that is where the rain is coming from. And I think it'll be here tonight for many of us. So as we go through the afternoon hours, I think you can leave the umbrella at home. High temperatures around 60 degrees today, so very similar to what we saw yesterday. Evening commute should be just fine. Maybe a few sprinkles. That is about it. There's the shower activity down toward Tulsa and Wichita. Here we are at 6 o'clock. So it's going to take some time. This won't be moving in until 9, 10 o'clock. So the computer model is slowing this down a little bit more. So I'm sure most of you will be home at this time and you'll be getting ready for bed as the rain is pushing in and overspreading the area. Rain should be on the light side for the most part. Tomorrow morning, 5, 6 a.m., we still have some lingering showers, especially across the eastern half of the region. That rain will be coming to an end by the afternoon, but the clouds hang tough with high temperatures in the upper 50s to near 60 once again. Let's fast forward to the weekend, because if you're going to be traveling regionally, you want to know what it's going to be like. I think the better travel day is Saturday. We're going to start the clock at noon. I think this is bringing in the rain too early. I think the rain really won't move in until Saturday night, and especially into the day on Sunday. Sunday is looking like a wet travel day. So if you can be flexible with your plans, you may want to travel Friday late in the day or during the day on Saturday to avoid the rainy day on Sunday. Could even be a few thunderstorms, not expecting any severe weather, and the rain will linger into your Christmas morning as it starts to turn a little bit colder. Rain and a few storms likely on Sunday, 60. Rain lingers into Monday morning. That 55 will likely see that early in the day, and then those temperatures will be dropping through the afternoon. So it should start to feel a little bit more like the Christmas holiday. Certainly won't be as cold as it was last year. So here's the past weather on Christmas. We hit 34 degrees last year on Christmas Day. We even saw some snow showers. That was nice, wasn't it? The rest of the years were dry and very sporadic with the temperatures. We can see a lot of different weather on Christmas Day. Temperatures in the 30s, temperatures in the 70s. This year will probably end up in the 40s and 50s. Then it turns colder as we head past the Christmas holiday, as temperatures rise back up into the 50s by the end of the week.
Thanks, Tiffany. Well, stick around because we're making spinach artichoke crescent rings in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. It's time to check in with Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Today he's making an even better way for you to enjoy your favorite spinach and artichoke dip, and it doesn't even involve chips. This spinach artichoke crescent ring is the perfect appetizer to serve whenever you've got guests coming over. Take a look.
Starting now and right through the new year, if you're planning on having friends and family over, you're probably thinking, what can I put out for them to nibble on that's easy, that will fill them up, and that everyone will love? The answer is simple. Let me show you. We start by combining some refrigerated spinach dip along with some diced pimentos, a good amount of canned artichokes that we've chopped, a couple of cups of shredded cooked chicken, a rotisserie chicken works great for this, garlic powder, and to make this cheesy delicious, a handful of shredded mozzarella. Once this is mixed, we spoon it onto refrigerated crescent roll dough that we laid out on a pizza pan so it looks like the sun. After spooning on the filling, we fold the tip of each piece of dough over it and tuck in the ends. Once we finish this up, we pop it in the oven, and in less than 30 minutes, it's done. I can assure you, by this point, your company will be dying to dig into it. Between the flaky golden crust, the piping hot filling, and the fact that it looks like a wreath, what's not to love? To get the recipe for our spinach artichoke crescent ring, all you have to do is go to our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found an easy last-minute way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
To find this recipe along with many others, just head over to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at your 4 state market prices.
Chances will be going up later on tonight and into tomorrow morning. So during the daytime hours, maybe a few sprinkles, that is about it. Showers will diminish by tomorrow afternoon into your Saturday. So the driest period of the next couple of days is really going to be Friday afternoon into most of the day on Saturday, because once we get into Sunday, that is when the rain and thunderstorm activity will become even more widespread. And then it looks like it will continue into your Christmas morning before ending by Monday afternoon, and it turns cooler after the holidays. Caitlin and Dow, back to you.
Thanks. So what do you have for us, Dow?
Well, a lot of fun. For starters, it's the time of year for all those respiratory viruses that can ruin your holiday. New data from the CDC shows a troubling jump in the number of patients with COVID, flu, and RSV needing to be hospitalized. Plus, details on a $16 million bond to fund new facilities for Grove, Oklahoma police and fire departments. And Pittsburgh Parks and Rec opens its camp now and then to keep kids entertained while school is out. Hope you join us for those stories. A lot more, of course, at 5.
And that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at Noon. Have a great rest of your day.